Hi there, welcome to my channel. It's me, the Queen. Welcome to my channel. I said that like twice, didn't I? I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm a little happy. I think I might be going to Walmart later, which is exciting because daily plans, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I also got some shoes that I think I might show at the end just because I feel like it. But today I'm just gonna be doing a regular, everyday, like glam, like simple, very, just like to look pretty, kind of like fall vibes without so much of that, like being it, because I don't have a freckle pin, but we'll just see how it goes. So first off, we're gonna start out with primer. I have e.l.f.'s mini poreless face primer here. I've been using the poreless putty primer for a while now, and I like it. I just don't like the putty texture. I like liquid primers. That's just me personally. Goodness. I have used this before, like once. This is actually really good. All you need is like one pump, and then what I like to do is I just like to take one finger and tap it on just to make sure I'm getting it on the face. And right now my face is just a little more on the dry side today, due to weather and stuff. But it's okay because I've already done a moisturizer and everything, and this is just gonna like help, fill everything in, and kind of I feel like it rejuvenates my face. This one smells like a bit like tea tree oil, and when I think of that, I think of my grandmother. She smells like tea tree oil all the time, and like her clothes and everything, because in her eyes, tea tree oil is the cure all. Alright, so now I'm just gonna let that sit for a few seconds. I'm gonna go wash my hands because I don't like the feeling of things like primer on my hands. Alright, so I guess what I'm gonna title this is fall makeup because I really feel like just, you know, living in that. So I got this the other day for my school picture day, and I was pleasantly surprised by how the formula worked exactly. It is a little strange, but it's manageable, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna pop off the top. And I don't know why, but I expected there to be a pump. There is not. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my beauty sponge. I'll put it directly on the sponge. So I'm just gonna like tap a little bit out. And because I really only need that. And I like to keep this part light, kinda, because I don't like my face being too cakey. I used to do like 2 layers of foundation back in, like about, a couple months ago. Like, I want to say spring is when I started doing my 2 layers, because I just didn't feel like I was getting enough coverage out of my, foundation, which now I realize that I don't need as much. And especially since I've started my skincare routine, it's definitely been a big help. And I just realized that I don't have any background music, so I'm tempted to be talking a lot today, because I don't really even know if I'm gonna like edit that in or anything. So, yeah, I probably will go get I probably will go get that really quick. All right. So now that we've done our foundation application, hold on, we're just gonna bring this light a little bit closer because it's a little dark today. Now it's time for concealer. I love this concealer so much. Definitely like one of my top 3 favorites, and I've only had like 3 concealers, so and I don't know what I'm actually saying because I've literally only used drugstore concealers. Because I'm broke. So listen, you do not need to be caking on all that makeup. Like, I understand that some people's savvy. It's not mine. I'm just saying that you don't want your, like, this is best to keep your under eyes looking as fresh for as long as possible. You don't need to use so much concealer to where you literally just look like you're about to die. Like, this is all you need. In reality, for under eye, is just like starting from here and then coming up to here, kind of just align it and give your eye a little bit of a lift. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna blend that all off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright, so just here's a quick thing. Look at that difference. Hold on, I don't know if my light's on high enough. Just look at the difference though. Alright, just with a little bit of concealer, and then like with just this like small, like, you don't need to cake it on all the time, you know what I mean? So I feel like it's a little bit like a product waste, and I feel like beauty gurus would say that. They'll be like, you have to cake it on if you really want to get rid of all your dark circles, because they want to like amp up products and stuff, which I'm not like that. I don't have products yet. I'm not like committed to sales or anything, so I'm just telling you, I'm keeping it real. You do not need to use that much concealer. I'm gonna finish this off camera. I'll be right back. So now it's time for the overall concealer, which this is where I'm a little more lenient with my concealer application. Now, depending on your personal preference, I'm just gonna keep using this one because I don't own a pot concealer. And I forgot to color correct today. Well, it's fall. We don't need color correction. I'm just gonna use a small line and a very small one there. Just a couple dots on the nose, and then around here, just like a little bit, and then dot, dot, and that's kind of just help my skin become all like one overall. Hold on, one here and there. And this is just gonna help my skin become one overall tone without being too cakey. So we're just gonna blend it out. Like, you can do it really quick, you can do it really slow. It's all up to you. This really hides like my undertone and all the redness in my face from putting concealer right there. I know I'm gonna put blush on later, but this really just helps give me like that second layer of protection, you know what I mean? So it kind of just gives my face like, this is just like supposed to give it that one overall color. And that's kind of like the point of foundation, is to not mask things so much, more as to like make it all a base. I don't know how to exactly explain this because I'm kind of struggling here, but like foundation's just to make everything like even and work, and then concealer is more like just for if you really want to, I guess, because in reality you can use your foundation under your eyes, but I don't like doing that. I like using concealer just because I like to have a brightness under my eye, and I really don't want to buy a foundation for that. So I think it's all really on your personal preferences when it comes to makeup, how you really do apply. You know, some people like to kick it on, some people like to leave it light, some people skip certain things, and you know, that's just the great thing, is that there's literally no rules to it. Well, there's one rule. Prime. Prime the skin. Prime it. I think primer is such a great thing, and some people really don't believe in it, and that's okay. I guess. I guess. Because I think primer is just like really helpful, and I've seen differences with my skin personally, from when I use primer and when I don't use primer, and especially when I use poreless primer, it just gives my face like an overall thing. Like, you can still kind of see the pores, but not so much, because I have really big pores, and this kind of like, I feel like it kind of shrink, like it feels like there isn't like so much as to where you can't really see as much. I know it's just not the makeup, because trust me, I've done this for a while now. Call me basic. I dare you. This is the best gum. Don't even try it. Alright. Where was I going with that? Oh, wait. So now it's time for my eyebrows. Where'd I put it? So I've been recently trying something a little different. I'm using an eyebrow pen. This is not something I normally do, but for school picture, I was like, you know what, I want to try something new. Let's go for it. And I was genuinely pleasantly surprised. This is a Wet n Wild's retractable brow pencil. They only had like 2 colors at the store. I don't know how many colors they actually offer up. I didn't do any research into it, so that's definitely like a buyer beware, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna start here and make my line. This is something I commonly do when I use my brow powders, is I make my first line. Then what I'm gonna do is kind of like make the wing. So there. And then what I do is I take it from here and make it all one. So my brow is kind of like a solid shape. So then what I do is I kind of like make it longer, fill it in with this, and you'll just see, because like right now it's just looking a little crazy. Kinda, I wouldn't want to walk out the house like this because my brow hairs are like everywhere. And then before I do the final step, I'm gonna do the exact same thing on this side, all in one motion, kinda. Ah, that went a little too low. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my finger, because even us who have been doing it for a while always have those days where we have our mistakes. It happens. It's just makeup. You can always take it off. You know. Alright. No. Oh wait. I just realized. Okay, so this tail needs to be just a little bit longer. Alright. So now I'm just elongating my tails just because I want them to be the same length. And I'm filling this brow in just like so. And I understand it's looking a little crazy right now. It literally looks like the most psychotic thing I've ever seen in my life. And now, I'm going to take this off. This is the spoolie. So what you do is you go over to one eyebrow, and this is such like a very 2020 product. Because I noticed that this year, eyebrows are becoming more thin, or more natural. And I feel like this is a way to get that bold brow without getting too natural. So you can make it like very natural if you really want to. You know, you can spool out your natural hairs up here, and then just like have everything else mixed in. That's an easy way to do it. I just think it's getting a little too light back here, so let me just. The amount of brow hairs that just fell out of my eyebrow is not even funny. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, just blend it. It's kind of like blending it, mixing it up, you know what I mean? And sometimes what I'll do is I take the spool and I'll even go on my wing when my wing isn't even on my brow hairs, just because, you know, the wing is a must to like have light if you're doing your eyebrows really light. And something I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna do that, because I want my brows to have like kind of like the same vibe, because I'm still learning with this. This is not something I use every day. I still would much rather use my powders. I just feel like this is such a great fall product, and I really wanted to talk about it because it works really well for me, which is a great thing. So now that my eyebrows are very complete, what I'm gonna do right now is contouring. And for this fall thing, I don't do Kim Kardashian contour, if we haven't learned that already. I do very simple contour, because I don't believe that you need to like go all over your face and cake it up with contour and just become like really dark. Like, that's not my philosophy, especially when it comes to makeup. Is it doesn't need to make you look better. You could, like, that's definitely my number one rule, is use it because it's fun, not because like you feel obligated to, because no one really has to do this. It's just, I like to use it for fun. And of course, like, I'm gonna wear makeup when I go on a date or something, only because I want to feel good, not because I just want to look good, and I kind of want to get compliments, because I like doing that. I like getting compliments, because when I leave the house and someone notices how much effort I really put into this, it just like, it rocks my day, you know? And I'm doing now is I'm gonna take this and use the banana powder, and I'm just gonna blend it out all over. But yeah, it just rocks my world when someone notices like the effort I put into this. And when I say that, I mean like just like a simple compliment really helps. Because I feel like, hey, you know, I'm actually being seen now. And out here, it's like really, really something. Especially in the Midwest. I hate it here. I feel like no one here recognizes creativity anymore. Just in the Midwest, though. Oof, my under eyes are looking a little dry today. I don't think I used my stuff last night. I might have forgotten. I'm just gonna put a little bit more concealer. Just a little bit. Just because she's looking a little crazy today. It's like I said, my skin's a little dry today. Because it's a really dry day here in Indiana, which almost never happens because it's humid as fork. Let me just find my concealer brush. It's okay to take hours to do your makeup too. I don't think people realize that. They want to have it done in like 15 minutes, which would be awesome, but it's really impossible. But I think it's really fun and rejuvenating to just do it. And I feel like it just gives me a whole another aspect on my day, and it just makes me feel so great, and it's like, hey, today's gonna be awesome. Like, that's what it really does for me. So now it's time to bronze, and for fall, bronzing is definitely key. So I'm using Wet n Wild's bronzer, and shade A1. Well, 739 1, or in the store it was A1. And this is Palm Beach Ready, and I think I should have went with the darker one, but this also looks really pretty. So I'm just gonna show you. When I like to apply this, I use circular motions, and it looks really stunning. It doesn't look very great like on camera because you can't really see it that well. Like you see a little bit where it's really dark, but the rest of it that I'm like blending out right now, it's almost like invisible. So once again, I'm just using my circular motions, which is very important, I think, when applying bronzer. Because you don't want your harsh lines, you want it to be very nice, very luminous, very natural. I don't know why I said luminous, wow. Good job, Angel. You're doing great today. Ah! I almost dropped it. It got on my finger. Look how sparkly it is. Ooh. Anyway. I'm just gonna apply a little bit more over here. I like it being bronzed. I think it's really nice, and it's very full. Being bronzed and all of that. Very full, like, for me, in my opinion. I feel like I'm rambling on and not getting on with this tutorial. Sorry. I do apologize. I like to talk sometimes, and a lot's been happening lately, so I feel like talking is definitely very important. Really quick. We're gonna take our bronzer and a fan brush, and this is just gonna bronze your forehead. So you take it and you get in the hairline. And it doesn't matter what type of fan brush you have. You don't even have to use a fan brush. You can literally just use a small brush. Because when I used to bronze, I used to bronze with contour. Because I was broke, and I'd bring it down to here, and I just realized, hey, it'll be way better if I just have it there. And it looks so good. So, now that we're done with the bronzing, it's time for blush. And I've been using this blush lately a lot. I should probably get a new one. I love Wet n Wild's blushes, though. They're so good. So I'm just going to tap off some excess, and I realize that circular motions when applying blush, too, is really nice. So you want to go in like that type of vibe, and then like you want to take this and blend it together. Oof, I have some hiccups today. That's all I gotta say. So once again, just kind of like smiling can really help a blush application. I used to just do this, and that was a no. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this and blending it. And boom, now you get like a really nice blushing effect, and it looks really pretty. This side is coming down a little bit more though, so I'm gonna fix it off camera and I'll be right back. So now I'm looking very fall already, but the eye makeup. So eye makeup is very important in fall, and I feel like brown is definitely in always. Brown just always works, and I feel like this is when we start becoming really more matte, rather than having our little bit of a glow. Because I noticed that seasons do affect how we do our makeup. In summer, it's always so crazy and exciting. And in fall, it's becoming a little more toned down, neutral, colors start, like, leaving the scene. And then in winter, it becomes very matte, and you have your bold lip. And then spring, we could start becoming dewy again. And then in summer, the cycle repeats. And it also really depends on where you're from, because I like color. I'm gonna do color always. So where's my brush? So right now, I haven't used this on camera in a minute. I'm gonna use my Morphe palette. She's looking messy, isn't she? That's how you know I love her. This was like my first, like, high quality eyeshadow palette. Where's my crease brush? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like ready to pick stuff up and go. So I'm gonna be doing a simple eye look today with this palette. And when I say simple, I mean simple. I'm going to use this brown one here just as a base. I've been rocking some simple eye looks recently, and I can make bold into simple in a way. And I can make simple into bold really quick. Like, I can look so pretty, and I can look so crazy, and it's just so amazing what makeup can do to you. And how it can make you feel and everything. Which I think is awesome. Where was I gonna go next? Alright. So that's just a simple base color, and then what I'm gonna do is very bronze. I'm gonna use this on the out. This is my favorite shade in this entire palette. It's such a nice bronze color, and it works so well with an everyday look. So now that we have that on, I'm not blending it out just yet, because here's a little trick I learned and I taught myself. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one right here, and I still remember the name. It's like Sunkissed, I think. I'm just going to tap into it, put it right in the center. So we have our little bit of gold there. So we have that on the lid. And then now what I'm doing is I'm switching to this brush. Make sure I have no excess on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this gold here. Oops. This one right here. It doesn't look like gold on camera, but it's actually really gold. So I just put that on the brush. I'm going to set it on the palette. So right there. Gold looks is like one of my favorite eyeshadow colors. I'm going to take my crease brush once more and blend it together. And it's just going to look so good. So then you have this really nice, simple fall look that you can do in like 5 minutes. I'm just talking a lot, and if you do like this in like 15 minutes, I feel like, ooh, maybe 30. Just really depends, because, you know, I'm cutting things out and stuff. I'm talking a lot. So we have that done. So what's the next step? Like, that's the question. Highlighter. Normally highlighter is my, wait, I forgot. Alright, I don't have a brown eyeliner, so what I'm really gonna use is an eyeshadow. And where's the brush? So this is the LA Colors Day to Night palette. It's $1, and it's got some really dark colors, so I'm gonna use this brown here. Well, I could just use a brown from my Morphe palette, but I'm not feeling like that today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm simply gonna give myself a bit of a wing with brown. I don't know if you can see it, but it's very faint, and it kind of like gives my eyes a little bit of a lift. So I'll be right back after doing that. So now that that's been taken care of, mascara, so I'm just gonna curl my lashes naturally. I don't feel like heating it up or anything. And just press it down. And press, and press, and press. I used to be so scared of using eyelash curlers, like it wasn't even funny. My mom was always like, come here so I can curl your eyelashes, and I was like, no. So now I'm gonna use my mascara, which any mascara really works. And I'm being very careful because I'm not trying to add too much mascara. This look is just simple for fall. Very easy to do. Very thin layer of mascara on the eyelashes. I'm not doing falsies today because I really don't feel like it. And like I said, this is simple. Oh, this is simple for me. This is light for me, actually. Ta-da! So I don't want to use any mascara on my lower lashes because I don't feel like doing that today. And I feel like this is just gonna really help with the vibe of the look. Highlight. So in fall's not very glowy anymore for some people. Some people it still is, and I love that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this chrome one here, which is really dark, and I'm gonna use the light one here, and then I'm just gonna apply it to my cheek, and boom, you have your little glow. So I'm just gonna add that again. Right. Boom. I'm looking very cute, very glowy. I'm just gonna press that in with my finger. So now I have my little glowy nose. Just a little bit on the tip. Or bridge, or whatever you wanna call it. Alright. And with the foundation I use, like I said, it's a very interesting story. Setting spray is a must when it comes to this one. So we're gonna get there, but not right now. This is my So Juicy Plumping Lip Gloss by ColourPop. I just got this yesterday. I used it once, and this has just blown my mind away really quick. Let me just show y'all. So this is like the whole thing. I don't really like this packaging, but for this brand, I don't know why, but I really like it. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna squeeze out a little bit of product. You see right there, and apply. You don't even need a lot. And boom, you're looking really nice and glossy. I like to put a lot on. And it's kind of sticky, but not too sticky. Like, I don't see your hair getting too stuck in this. I don't normally directly put it on the top, but today I'm feeling extra glossy. It smells like chapstick. In a way, it does. Like, I'm not even joking with you right now. Boom. So now it's time for setting spray, which I probably should have done before this, but I didn't feel like it. I'm almost out. So what I'm gonna do is just a simple, and then we're gonna go lower, and one in the middle. That's really all the setting spray you would really need for a look like this, because it's very simple, easy to touch up. I'm liking it. I like how dewy I look. Well, I look kind of dewy, but also like really nice. And I look really cute. Anyway, so I think that's almost it for the rest of this video, but I did say I was going to show y'all something, so let's pull that out. So really quick before that, I'm going to put my perfume on. This is the VIP Private Show by Britney Spears, which is one I really like. You don't even need a lot, just on the neck. And sometimes it really depends on your personal preference if you really like tap it in or whatever. I normally don't. And what I'm going to do is put it up my sleeve just a little bit on both ends, and what you do is you take it on the wrist. I missed my wrist. And this actually is like a geyser, and it just smells really nice, and it has a pretty good lasting scent. Anyway, so now for the thing I've been trying to show y'all. Alright, are you all ready? Because this is exciting. Ta-da! I have heels now. It's exciting. Kinda. Well, they're boot heels, but they're still heels. So I got these yesterday too, and I was so shocked they had my size. I'm a size 12, like, and it has to be wide because I have my mother's foot. But ta-da! Oh my gosh, I love it. I walked around in them a little bit yesterday, and I love them so much, and they just make me feel so great. But anyway, that's enough for today, guys. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!